I'll show you how to improve your Net Promoter Score by automatically tracking your positive and negative reviews, comparing competitor benchmarks, and optimizing your Net Promoter Score system. Plus, we'll use an online listening tool that gathers Google reviews, Reddit posts, any mentions of your brand on the internet. This video is perfect for customer satisfaction, marketing agencies, or simply just to have access to this Net Promoter Score dashboard. Click the first link to open up Brand Connect. So on the left side, you're going to be able to see all the different companies that I manage the online brand reputation for. And I want to make sure that we have great customer service. If there's anything wrong, we're handling it right away, and celebrate our wins, of course. So here's my YouTube business, and on the right side, I can filter these just to go ahead and look at my positive reviews or my negative reviews. And these are all mentions of my brand's name across the entire internet. What's really cool is we also have my girlfriend's coffee business here. So here we can celebrate every nice review that comes in. Now, where this tool becomes incredibly powerful is for larger organizations. So I manage the brand reputations for a couple different companies. One is the Perry Group. The Perry Group is a Salt Lake City real estate group, and this has so many mentions across the internet. So what's amazing here is not only can I see the positive and negative reviews week over week, but if I scroll down, I can pull up the exact link of where our company was mentioned and go ahead and engage with the good posts, but also kind of fix the bad posts before they get out of hand. And I can kind of be a good customer service representative for that company, right? I also do the same thing for a local Chipotle. Now, you would imagine that Chipotle, such a big company, has so many different brand mentions. What's really cool is on the right side, you can filter the time duration that you want to look at, but you can also go down and just change the geography or add a website to look at a very specific area. And the reason I like to do this is when you normally do a Net Promoter Score and you're sending out different feedback systems to collect feedback, the downside of that is that customer's biased because they know that you're reading this. A true representation of your brand is what people are saying about you when you're not listening, right? And this tool enables you to socially listen, which is incredibly powerful. Now, what you want to do is, let's imagine this Chipotle example. I don't only want to benchmark myself against my Chipotle and other Chipotles in the nation, but I want to compare myself to other competitors in my niche. So when you click this comparison button, you can see I'm also scraping all the information for Moe's. And so now I'm comparing Chipotle and Moe's. And when you press comparison, you can see not only can see all the stats on your business, but you can also see them against your competitor. Now, this means nothing if it's not easy to add your own business in the first place. So I'm going to show you just how easy that can be so we can kind of walk through the things step by step. So what you want to do is click projects on the upper left corner. Here, what you're going to be able to do is add all the keywords you want scraped from the internet that describe your business. So let's imagine that I just became the brand representative for Qdoba. And the reason I choose that one is, and we'll put that in here, and the reason I put this one in here is it's the direct competitor to Chipotle and Moe's, so it's going to give us some really unique insights. Now, of course, the company name is one of the keywords you want to use. What other keywords do you want to use? Well, whatever describes that company and its industry. So, for instance, Qdoba Mexican Eats. This is just a longer way of saying the company name. So if you do Costco, for instance, you do Costco Wholesale. If you do Walmart, maybe Walmart Supercenter, right? Just another way that your name might present itself on the internet. And then for the last one, always do the website. So I'm going to go ahead and put qdoba.com, and then let's go ahead and press next. And while this is loading, if you're finding value out of this video so far, please give us a like and subscribe. This is my full-time job. I love creating videos, and your viewership and those two buttons enable me to do more of this type of stuff. So much appreciated. If you're feeling extra generous, go ahead and answer this question. Is this helpful to you? Any comments are welcome, and they enable me to make more videos for you. Okay, cool. So now you can see not only is this loaded, which is really insane that it pulled all that so quickly, but you can also go ahead and on the left side, not only can you see mentions and reach. So mentions is how many times did your company name get mentioned on the internet. On this day, for instance, you can see that we had a spike of 43 mentions and we reached over 200,000 people. Now, the thing that I personally use for Net Promoter Score is your Net Promoter Score is essentially your positive minus your negative. Is I have mine set up to sort by relevance, which means it's going to bring to the top the best of the best and the worst of the worst. And unfortunately for Adobo, the worst of the worst was posted by Yahoo, which is a big company, and it says that there was an assault at one of the restaurants. Obviously terrible. This is something that the brand wants to not only know about, but go ahead and kind of do your best to fix whatever you messed up, right? Now, obviously, we don't manage Adobe, but that's an example here, a live example that shows how valuable this tool can be. Now, what's really crazy is if you just scroll down, here's a positive review. So this person's talking about our restaurant on 4th Street and how great it is. They made a video, they tried it, they posted on Instagram, it's working well. Now, underneath that, something important to note is some of these are going to say neutral. Neutral means that Brand24 wasn't able to figure out whether it was essentially positive or negative. Like this one here just shows our Apple Maps location, right? That's obviously going to be neutral. But if you scroll down, this one here is an advertisement from Grubhub. So personally, we should go ahead and change this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and select it and go ahead and mark it the positive, because Grubhub marketing our food business is obviously a good promotion for us. So these are just simple things that, although it makes it easy to kind of scrape all the information for you, you have the final say. Now, what's really crazy is not only can we filter just by sentiment, but you can also filter by sources. And I'll show you why this is valuable. Certain articles have more reach, and I'll show you when we do the AI insights that you can see which platforms are being posted on and which audience members are seeing you the most. Something I always like to do is the news is often really positive or really negative. So I like to go ahead and filter for these, and now I can see everything that was filtered that came from a news article. Now, I promised you AI stuff, so let's go ahead and click the AI summary. Now, this is just insane what this is going to build for us, so go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't yet. But okay, cool. So it's already loaded, which is really nice. So of course, at the top, we have a nice little summary here, some generated visuals, but the one that I think is the most important is sentiment, right? So sentiment is essentially your net promoter score. This shows you what percentage are positive, what percentage are negative, and what percentage are neutral. Now, let's imagine that you had a spike in either one of those. The first question you or your boss is going to have is, hey, Joe, what caused the spike? And so you have to be prepared to answer those questions, right? Like, so it says right here that two different things caused the spike. The one is the negative spike that we had from the first case that we talked about. That's obviously really unfortunate. And the second one showing that we actually had new organic growth. And this is really cool. So it showed the new stores in Mississippi and Columbia, South Carolina, which is where I went to school, which is really nice. Now let's imagine that you have very specific questions. I always have very specific questions. Well, go ask those questions. So I like to go to the bottom and say, let's imagine that it's my job to resolve all the angry disputes that we have with customers, right? I used to be in a quality role myself, right? I could say, give me the top 10 negative brand mentions that I should try to resolve immediately. And let's go ahead and run it. And there, wow, okay, great. And now not only does it show the key thing that kind of caused that spike, but it also showed multiple bad incidents that have happened in the last 30 days that are posted on the internet. And these are things that you're only fixing what happens on the exterior side of your business, what you're working with your customers, right? So what I like to do is use this to generate visuals, right? So let's go ahead and create me a visual comparing week to week positive and negative mentions in a bar chart. And now when this loads, not only is it providing a little bit of context, but it's also going ahead and creating that visual. And that's just something that I can copy and paste, use in a PowerPoint, send to my boss, show that I'm using the latest and greatest tools, but also providing value as an individual contributor or someone who's doing this for a client. Now, speaking of visuals, right? We don't want to have to ask for visuals every time we want a visual and kind of save you time as the brand manager, essentially. Now, let's imagine that you say, Joe, I suck at AI. I don't want to prompt. I'm not doing that. Okay, go to this button on the side that says analysis. Go to the right, overview. This is going to be your best friendly visual. This is just a checkered box that shows a bunch of metrics and whether it's going up or down. Underneath here, categories shows where the most of your mentions are coming from. This one, sentiment by categories, is crazy valuable because it not only shows you positive and negative, but it shows you positive and negative by platform and where you technically should be doing a little bit more work. Now, speaking of doing more work, we went ahead and added this last comparison, right? So Chipotle, Moe's, and Adobo. I have a secret here that I want to show you, which is like the way to really, truly grow your brand reputation that people simply aren't doing. So I created a project called Tex-Mex. That's not a company. I did it on the vertical, on the industry. And the reason we did that is look at these metrics real quick. Tex-Mex has 1,800. Moe's 400. Qdoba 100. Chipotle 6,000. If you're trying to go ahead, look at Tex-Mex, they're mentioned 4,400 times total. There's 1,800 positive mentions this month, or just total 4,500 mentions this month. And we can find ways that we can differentiate our business to kind of take more of that market share. So how you do this, right? This is just insane. Just stick with me here. Go to Brand Assistant again. And in Brand Assistant, I want you to put a prompt like this. So I said, what are the main topics people are talking about in the Tex-Mex space that a company like Qdoba could capitalize on? Now, again, this was a brand management tool, not a sales tool, but it is a sales tool, and I'll show you why. So the first one, portion size relative to value. The loudest customer conversations in fast casual Mexican right now is about value in portions. And then it says the direction that you should take it. So we should do an aggressive marketing campaign of how generous our portions are. Okay, here's another one. So home cooking and recipe culture. It's saying that a lot of the mentions in the Tex-Mex space are from personal recipes. So is there a recipe our brand is willing to publish, right? I know that's kind of competitive. It depends on the industry, but these are just examples, right? If you skip it, okay, skip it, then do catering, right? Now, what's crazy about catering is this automatically pulled through the new events that are coming up. So FIFA World Cup is coming up. It's saying, hey, do a promotion or a campaign around how you support catering for the FIFA World Cup. Now, you might say, Joe, great, like, go to the demographics tab. So demographics here not only show your age and gender, but it has this one, which I've never seen before, which is occupational breakdown. So the people who are posting, right, they probably have other personal information online. It tells you where those people are coming from and what type of roles they traditionally set themselves in it, and what type of industries out here on the right, so you know where to market. Now, you might say, great, Joe, like, this is awesome. You keep telling me one more thing. Well, let me give you one more thing, right? These visuals, we don't want to generate every time. Why would we do that, right? So what you want to do is go ahead and click PDF report. Now, PDF report is helpful in a couple ways. One way is you can use it is automatically go ahead and let's go ahead and just use the generic one. We'll go ahead and generate this. What it's going to do is for whatever date range you selected, so ours is the last 14 days, it automatically includes all these different sections. And you can have these automatically generate and email to you and have them on a routine schedule. Now, it's also helpful to address things immediately after they happen. And so the one that I always recommend turning on, I have this one automatically send to myself. I don't send it every day. I send it every week. And what's going to happen is every week, I'm going to see how many new mentions that I have for each one of these platforms. Since we started making this video on the left side, 72 mentions have been made for Chipotle, 4 things online for Moe's. Tex-Mex has been mentioned over 100 times since we started recording this. And what's crazy is I always turn on this one that says storm alerts. So let's imagine that we have something that gets a lot of volume, whether really good or really bad. I don't want to wait a week to hear about that. I want to hear about it right away. So if you turn on this one, it's automatically going to show you the topics that cause something before it gets out of hand. Now, none of this matters if it doesn't save you headaches, if it doesn't save you money, if it doesn't save you time compared to how much it costs, because it is a paid tool. So let me show you the couple plans here. I'm going to skim over these really quickly, but I want to give you enough insight so you know which one is best for you. So I have this link in the description. If you click that link, you get a 14-day free trial where you can actually test out these tools. So that's what I would recommend doing. I personally use the Pro plan, but we'll talk about that in just a second. The individual plan is the cheapest plan. This one's about $250 a month. The key things to note here is you get 1 user and you get 3 keywords. So we just added a company, so that uses all the individual package, or you can go ahead and use 3 different companies, for instance, but it's only assigned to 1 user. Let's imagine you have more than 1 person that you want to use the tool. I would then use the team one. Now, the team one, you get unlimited users, so that's a huge upgrade. That one's about $350, and you get 7 keywords, so you can go ahead and kind of compare a bunch of different projects. Now, the one I use is the Pro plan. Now, the reason I use this is although it's a little bit expensive, it's $500 a month, it has unlimited users, but way more importantly, it has access to the AI brand assistant, and that's the thing that was automatically answering us when we generated all those visuals and questions. That saves me more than $500 worth of time, but obviously so many headaches that would happen if I didn't have that, and it's really good for larger organizations. Now, whether you go with the individual plan, the Pro plan, one of these business or enterprise brands, you should definitely use the free trial first. There's a link in the description, 14 days. If you found value out of this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're trying to get more proactive and kind of getting good reviews in the first place, go watch this video on how we did the same thing for Google reviews. This is automatic QR code generator. It's one of our most popular videos on the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this valuable. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video, and good luck on your brand.